You're watching NewsView with Lee Sullivan.
Welcome back. It's NewsView, visiting with Ron Hart, a syndicated columnist, author. All right, please. You'll enjoy that. Oprah, Lee, 5 stars. Got it going on. The banks, they're getting spanked. They got the bucks. They want to pay it back. They want to be able to manage their own lives. The government doesn't want them to be able to manage their own lives. The car companies, they get the bucks, with the exception of Ford. Ford seems to be doing really good, while the other two that got the money that nobody says anything about paying back continue to go down the toilet.
Right. The big difference is banks don't have unions, and the car companies have unions, so they treat them differently. They're trying to vilify the banks. Everybody kind of hates their bank, but it's the most regulated business out there behind insurance, which is AIG, and those are the ones in trouble. Walmart's not in trouble. Caterpillar's not in trouble. The unregulated businesses are fine. It's the regulated businesses that have a problem, insurance companies and financial institutions. So they make them to be the villains. They're easy to make them to be the villains, and it's the car companies are the ones really sucking the money. They're not even near paying it back. Most of the banks have paid back their money because they don't want to be under the thumb of the government. And actually, some of the better ones, J.P. Morgan and some of the bigger ones, wanted to pay their money back, and they wouldn't let them.
Right.
It's like a loan shark.
Right.
On a bad part of town. No, I own you. You're not
Right.
paying me back.
Right.
It's like, gosh, what sort of world are we in? I want to control you. And the Democrats aren't about helping the economy. They're all about control and building their power base. And how are you powerful? You're using other people's money, our money. You're not even using our money. You're using our
Printing
debt.
it up, right.
You're printing it up to control people, and that's what Obama does in the form of Chicago politics, led by Rahm Emanuel and all his other Axelrod and all his buddies. That's how they do it in Chicago. They control you, just like a loan shark on the corner. If you get into a loan shark, and you can't pay them back, or even if you can pay them back, they own you, and that's their mindset, unfortunately.
It was a sad moment at my house, especially with the twins, especially with one of the twins, when the epiphany surfaced that Mark McGuire had, in fact, used steroids.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, it was a shocker.
I mean,
he took the 5th, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The first, he took the 5th.
Yeah. Here we are in a country, we've gone through 2 wars, 3 presidents, several elections, and the only person who's told us the truth this whole time is Jose Canseco.
Right.
That's the world we're in.
Yeah.
We're lied to constantly.
And they attacked him for that.
Exactly. Everybody jumped on him for telling. Ron Paul's told us the truth, in my view, but he's not the most popular guy in the world. But people don't want, it's like you can't handle the truth. You saw the Marine, your movie.
Right.
Americans can't handle the truth. They want to be cajoled. They want to be kind of BS'd. And Jose Canseco said it like it was. He was just completely ridden out of town. And it really, in the last 10 years, he's been really the only person's level with the American people over anything. So McGuire took the 5th. Bonds took the 5th. Of course, I think it's laughable that of all the problems the country has, that they bring in these baseball players before the Senate and somehow put a moral imperative on them. It's almost like a senator trying to give you morality is a little bit disingenuous to begin with. So, but McGuire, obviously the guy bulked up. And I'm not sure Tiger didn't bulk up a little bit. He got awful big the last couple of years, and we've seen his lifestyle revealed the last couple of months. So I think he's not beyond, perhaps, I'm not sure, but he's got awful big.
Right.
So, who knows?
Yeah, well, probably there's some out there that know.
Yeah, someone knows.
Yeah,
It'll be
really.
in the tell-all book pretty soon.
Right. A movie that's what we need. A movie.
Yeah.
Put a tiger in your tank.
Tiger in tail, T-A-I-L.
Yeah.
Get something like that.
Well,
There'll be one.
When we come back, I want to take off on that just a little bit because Congress talks about how to straighten out the BCS. Their appetite is insatiable.
Yeah, they love to dabble in the inconsequential.
Right. Ron Hart. We'll be right back.